everybody. Welcome to Real Life Sci-Fi. This is a podcast about the paranormal and contemporary mythology. I'm Wade.
I'm Willie.
I'm Erin.
Patreon.com/reallifesci-fi. I'm sorry, I just nailed that intro. That now I'm like spinning my wheels.
It's early. Yeah.
Patreon.com/reallifesci-fi. 2 bonus episodes a week. Find us where podcasts are. And let's welcome aboard the SSRLSF. It's our good friend. She doesn't want to be here, so really give her a round of applause. It's Mandy Sydelle. Hi, Mandy. This is Big Mandy. Here's Little Mandy. Have you met Little Mandy?
I have. At which weekend?
Her glasses are gone. I don't know where I put them for safekeeping.
She did have glasses and a hat.
She had a hat?
Yeah.
I don't remember the hat. Holy cow.
That's why it looked like me, because I normally wear hats.
That's true. I still think it looks
I tried to look
me.
like her today. I got the stripes and
I think.
Wait.
Yeah.
I really tried because I didn't think people would actually think I looked like her.
This is my favorite conspiracy theory. that's just the essence of Mandy.
Real life Mandy. Yeah.
So, Mandy, how into you? I'm
really into me.
How into you would you say that men are? No. How into the world of conspiracies and paranormal are you?
Like not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, nothing.
You don't do. Well, let's do the sob scale because it sounds like we already know what you're gonna be.
You might be surprised.
Really?
Sob scale. Are you a skeptic or are you a believer?
Someday we're gonna get that baby and get it to stop crying.
Whose baby is that? Or just you just?
It's
just one we found
it's
outside.
mine. It's my baby.
It's Wade's baby.
Got it.
Sob scale stands for skeptic or believer. It's a 5-question quiz. At the end of the quiz, you will be graded by me anywhere between a 0 and a 5. If you're more of a 0, you're more of a skeptic. If you're more of a 5, you're more of a believer. Are you ready to be weighed on the sob scale?
Let's do it.
Okay, first question, 3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
What is like an alien? Like, what do you consider an alien?
Anything you want it to be, honestly. Like, you could. Some people think octopi are aliens. Some people think mushrooms qualify.
Some people are thinking like, intergalactic particles of something passing through
I tend to just think the dumb alien that you see everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do not believe in that. I don't believe that there's anything out there that is like of par of humans. So like I think there's probably other like animals that we don't know of that live
or like
in outer
single
space
cell kind of things.
Yeah. But in general, no. So no across the board.
Wow.
Love it.
Ghosts?
No. But I mean, I do kind of have a ghost story, but
yes,
I don't really believe in ghosts. When I used to live in a house in Long Beach, like a woman died there before we moved in, and I was in her room. And every time I would like super clean, like deep clean, I would find little pills, like at least a pill or at least a couple. That would be like sleeping pills or just like stuff I would never use, like nor would it be in my room. So it's the only like kind of weird.
It's like the ghost is being like, well, I don't want to be the only one that went this way. Here's a couple.
But yeah, in general, I don't believe in them. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, could that have been a magical room? Could you have made an industry out of just
ghost pills?
Yeah, sleeping pills.
Maybe. I mean, not all of them are fun. Sometimes it'd be like a laxative. Or
Try this one, Mandy.
Yeah.
You're gonna shit your brains out.
Yeah. I've never taken any of them, but I would look them up to figure out what they were.
That's a good question. Have you guys ever just taken a pill that you found?
No, I look it up. Mandy taught me how to look up pills.
Yeah.
Probably because of her ghost. I didn't know it was because of the ghost thing. I just thought Mandy was smart.
But once you looked it up, then did you take it?
No, because it was always like something
like a
stupid.
dusty old pill.
Some blood pressure medication.
Yeah,
or
some
something.
like generic
something
ibuprofen.
like that, yeah.
But also, I feel like the best way to hide acid is to dose other pills with it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know that there's a big sting operation to find your acid.
No, I know. But I'm like, I feel like somebody was that paranoid. Like, oh, no one will find it if it's just Advil.
Oh, so you take all of them just in case they are acid.
Sweet. Let me give me that. Give me that.
I don't think I've ever done it, but I'm not opposed to it. I would take a weird pill, just a random pill.
Now I know how to kill weight.
What are the odds it would kill you? Like, what is one pill that can kill you? Just cyanide?
Yeah.
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
One pill of fentanyl can kill you?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah, right.
I hear it can.
No on ghosts.
Mm-mm.
Bigfoot?
I guess more than the other things. I
Really?
kind of believe
Really?
in Bigfoot.
Nice.
Because he's cute, or
Yeah, he is really cute.
he's cute?
He's a little more tangible than the other ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's just like a history of like giants and like, I don't know. And there might have been a couple. Seems more realistic than ghosts or aliens.
Oh, there's a show. Sorry, real quick tangent. There's a show. Did you guys ever watch The Last Black People in San Francisco, or what is that movie called?
I have no idea.
I
I don't know what kind of propaganda tapes you get sent to your house.
What
Yeah,
site
I
was this on?
remember. No, it was a movie from like 5 years ago or
Yeah, it's
something.
like-
I didn't see it, but I remember.
It's like he's
yeah.
kind of like a visionary black director, and he grew up in San Francisco, and he tells like these like kind of like absurd kind of stories. Anyway, it's just like he has a series now. I can't think of what it's called, but it's about a giant.
Is it called The History of Giants?
Yeah, Boots Riley is the creator's name.
Apo in the chat saying The History of Giants.
No,
No?
it's
All
not
right.
called that. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
You just said it. It made me. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. It's
Oh.
decent. It's weird.
Oh
It's
yeah,
decent and
I
weird.
watched the first episode.
Yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
right?
I started
I liked
watching it.
it.
Yeah, I was into it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you all know what I'm talking about. What the fuck?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, psychics.
Hell no. Like
Oh,
absolutely
really?
not.
But have you ever gone to a psychic?
No.
So you're just like, no,
Like,
that's
No, like the least. That's the bottom.
not even fun. Not even like, I'm going to the Renaissance Fair. I'll stop in and go to one of these psychics.
I mean, I'm not like scared of them.
No, I mean, have you though? Have you ever?
No,
Oh, okay.
because I'm not gonna just give my money to someone who's full of shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good show. Here's the 20.
yeah, right, yeah.
You told me what I
No.
wanted to hear, and just I love it. Here you go.
Yeah. In general, they just piss me off. Like that you think that you have these powers that other people don't have. Like I believe in intuition, but I only think women have intuition. But yeah, and
Sexist. That's
no,
so
yeah,
sexist.
I yeah.
Thing is, our
100%.
hair is longer. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh well, that
I
is
did
a
that
thing.
though. You also make the baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Last question. Do you believe in simulation theory? Do you believe that life is a simulation or that we live in a simulation?
No. Not even a little bit.
Do you believe in God?
No. I don't believe in any like afterlife either. I think it's like lights out.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. Jeez, I mean,
What's your sign again, Mandy?
Taurus.
Taurus.
do you believe in
That's why
that
we
shit?
get along.
Astrology?
No.
No, that's why we get along, though. That's why I love her. That's something a Taurus would totally say.
Well, here's an easy
Yeah.
one. Do you believe in dogs?
Hell yeah.
Okay, we got a yes.
Okay.
And yeah.
So you're like a 0 or a 1. Like
She's
you're
a
very
1.
low.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's hard to do. Congratulations.
I'm very logic based.
Wait, did
That's
you say
all
1 or
That's
0?
what I believe in.
I think she's a 1 because she said yes to Bigfoot.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think I think she would probably want to say no. She just felt like she had to say yes to something.
That could be it.
No, I'll take a 1.
All right,
Take
you're
a
a 1.
one.
Yeah.
She'll take the
Good
1.
job.
She'll take
I'm
the
a 1
1.
too. You're in good company. Well, okay, so Willie, hit us with the topic.
Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, Celebrity Conspiracies. We'll get to a few of them. Was Avril Lavigne replaced because of her death? Could Katy Perry have been John Benet Ramsey? Said it. Sorry.
John Benet Ramsey.
Did Matt and Ben write Good Will Hunting? Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi.
Good.
How much does that third one piss you off, Wade? On a scale from 1 to 10.
Have you heard that
It
before?
doesn't piss me off at all. Here's the thing about that one. Should we start with that one?
Yeah, we could start with that. I think it's the
me
most
find it on
plausible of all of the ones that I've researched.
Okay, I've heard the rumors. What is the rumor that Sid Field? Is it Sid Field or it's someone? It's some.
That whoever wrote Princess Bride, William Goldman.
William
wrote
Goldman.
Well,
the
that's
script.
one.
So that
One
I-
supposed person.
I don't know how much you want me to say, because I know the executive producer of that movie, and I asked him.
And what do you say?
He said no, they absolutely wrote it.
Right, but one of the producers is what's the producer's name?
Scott Mosier.
Okay, that's not who's part of the story.
So here's the other.
Okay, tell the story.
So
No, go ahead.
One idea is that the screenwriter wrote it for them. Another one is that there's this guy who was an MIT grad. Hold on, is this the right article? Sorry, I didn't write
that's
notes.
right.
Hold on, am I? In the
Well,
right
here's
one?
what I heard for the layman, I guess. They had a draft and shopped it around, and it was like, yeah, whatever. And this is real. The first draft was more about him working for the NSA and like cracking codes, and it became like kind of like a thriller or like an action movie.
Yeah.
And so William Goldman took that and like said, no, like pare it down and just like do this. And maybe he wrote a draft. That's the rumor that I heard.
Right. Yeah.
But then Scott told me that they did it, that they wrote it.
They're like 100%. Like no one got in the way. It
Well,
was just their story.
But here's
Yeah.
And they're
here's the part that could intersect before that, because also in the realm of the history of this, there's an acting coach that said that, or an acting teacher who Matt Damon was in his class, and instead of, the scene that he brought in was like the therapist scene that he did long before the script existed, as he was writing. Matt Damon, so he's like, oh, that's cool, he did this. But
there's like a million therapist scene in that movie.
Oh, I mean,
It's
The
like
one where he's
mostly
like,
just
it's
about
not your fault.
the one, yeah, the
It's
one,
not your fault.
the one where he like analyzes the therapist, like the first time he sees him.
Oh yeah.
So there's this MIT.
You ever heard the phrase "any port in a storm"? Is that you? I think that's you. I think you married the wrong woman. Shut your mouth.
I've actually never
That
seen
one.
the movie.
Oh, it's great.
It's actually a pretty good
You would
movie.
like
it
it.
actually is. I didn't see it for a long time because I found out that his name was Will Hunting. I was like, fuck that
Yeah.
fucking movie.
I knew that part. Yeah, but I mean, what I read was basically there was this guy Bernard who was an MIT grad, and he wrote the story based off of like one of his like fraternity brothers. That's where it came from, and he was just like in a coffee shop in New York, and he was pitching it to.
He said he ran into the producer Chris Moore.
Yes, who was like to become one of the producers eventually. He pitched it, and he was like, okay, like how can I get this? Like, I want to move forward with it. And he's like, well, he knew Matt, and so then Matt met with him and loved the story. And basically, there was like a handshake deal. Like, if this blows up, like I want you to fund my next movie.
The quote was, if you win an Oscar, just give me a thank you.
Right. Yeah. At least like shout me out and then fund my next project. And then it didn't happen.
What?
So the idea is that
I've never heard this.
Sure, maybe he used some stories of his childhood, and maybe there's a chance they both had a janitor story. Fucking that's easy to come up with.
Coincidences happen.
But the gist of it being this genius guy came from the actual story that this guy wrote because a frat brother experienced it, and so he took his story, married it with that one, handshake deal, never looked back.
But why? Why would he do that? If after he wins the Oscar and everything, now you can get any movie made that you want. Why wouldn't you help that guy out?
Do you? Here's my
Do you
thought
think Matt
is
Damon's evil?
His name is Matt Damon.
I just got him tattooed on my arm. You guys.
I don't know. You're like 25. You're an idiot. You have all this fame.
You want
like
an
you
Oscar,
don't want anything
like,
to get in that
shit,
way.
Are they gonna take this back if I reveal that like
Right.
a lot of the story is not mine?
Well,
I mean, no, but would you think
No.
that in the moment
mm,
and not thank him?
no. You can still thank him.
I think he
Well,
took the idea and ran.
So here's where I lie on this, where it's like he said, she said, right? What has he written since?
Right.
And then also, is this MIT grad who's a confirmed MIT grad?
But you have to.
Is he crazy?
But you have to understand the only reason they allegedly wrote that movie was because they weren't getting any parts and they just wanted to kickstart their acting career.
Yeah.
So the whole like, what did you write? It's like, no, he's like in a movie every fucking year now. When would you write?
When you're like in the makeup chair.
Yeah, you always have to be productive always.
Yeah, and that's why you have assistants. Take this down. And then they're-
Well, I'm glad you say that because
Yeah,
you kind
and
of
then they
don't.
steal the idea and win an Oscar? I don't think
Oh,
so.
come on.
And they were self-admitted like that they didn't know how to screenwrite. Like they,
Yeah.
you know. So
It is weird. It's very weird that they won an Oscar.
Okay, how about this scene? Do you like apples? Next line. How about them apples? And he puts the thing on the screen. Good writing? Yeah, good writing, Matt Damon. Thanks, Ben Affleck.
I
It is-
loved it as an 18-year-old.
it is so funny because I've never seen that movie. I only know that quote, so I have no idea like what it has any reference to.
He gets Minnie Driver's phone number, and these other like yokels were like dissing on him, and he's like, "You like apples?" Shows that he got a number.
There's
How
a
about them
really great
apples?
scene. There's a really great scene where they go to a Harvard bar,
A Harvard bad.
and one of the Harvard guys sees them, and he's like, "These guys aren't Harvard material," and he starts like going in on them, and then Matt Damon, Will Hunting,
The character.
he completely turns it around on the guy, and that guy's like plagiarizing quotes and shit.
That's
And
a
so
great
that
scene.
guy was trying to hit on Minnie Driver. So then later, after the bar, after he gets Minnie Driver's phone number, he sees the guy and he's eating ice cream. Baskin Robbins.
It sounds so deep.
And he goes, hold up, Chuck, there's that fucking guy. And he walks over the window, and he bangs on the window, and he goes, do you like apples? And the guy goes, yeah. And then he sticks the number on the window. Well, I got a number. How you like them apples? And everyone loves it.
Should we just end the podcast and watch the movie?
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, everyone.
Except we're talking about. Oh wait, this is the part where he's about to do the thing. Watch. Here's the thing. Wait. Little side funny story. The girl that Minnie Driver is based on is someone who Matt Damon dated,
Skylar?
and and like in real life, and she ended up dating, or if not marrying, I think it was just dating the Lars Ulrich from Metallica.
Ugh.
That's just funny.
He's like 20 years older than
Sounds
Matt
like a
Damon.
conspiracy to me. What other conspiracies do we have? The Avril Lavigne one. I actually have a lot of conspiracies.
Yeah, you want to talk about Avril?
Let's talk about Avril. Avril's dead.
So have we all heard this? Have you heard? I mean, we've all
barely
heard
know
this.
who
Yeah.
that is. I'm really bad
You
at
don't know who Avril Lavigne is?
I've heard the name.
she did
Skater Boy.
He was a skater boy. Complicated. Why you have to go and make things?
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
I know that
Okay,
one.
so
Okay.
those two are from her first album.
Okay.
Their
Which is called
only
Let
hit
Go.
album. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was 17 when she signed the label, had this huge hit album. Basically the lore is that she got overwhelmed, was like overwhelmed with the fame. They hired a body double for her
Named
to
Melissa.
like named Melissa to just go out and kind of like do some public appearances. And it still wasn't enough. Like she still was too overwhelmed. So she supposedly killed herself and then ultimately was replaced by Melissa. And there's not much to go about other than her voice sort of changed.
Well, I got some evidence.
Yeah, great. Let's do it.
So in the music video for Girlfriend, Levine's hand has what appears to be a tattoo of the word Melissa.
Right.
And in the music video for the song Smile, people say that Levine's voice sounds different than it did from her first album. That there is a point where she could be seen wearing a shirt that says "I'm not Avril" on it.
Just spelling it out for everyone.
And then everyone points to the fact that she stopped writing her own songs and that they started being written by other people and only performed by her.
So she has this huge. She signs a 2-album deal.
Yeah.
Her first album's great. She wrote it all. Second album, she didn't write any of it, or I mean, a lot of it. And she changes her look, and everyone assumes her grandpa just died.
Yeah.
You could tell she didn't like the fame. She used to dress like a tomboy, then she started dressing cutesy.
Yeah. Her signature changed.
Yeah.
Her
Everything.
signature, like
And
her physical signature.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pictures of her moles changing or disappearing.
Oh, she got shorter too.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're 17, though.
You get shorter?
Yeah, you settle into your height. You go up and down,
You
and then
settle
once you
in.
hit 18, that's your height
You
forever.
know, I used to be 6 feet, you guys.
It's
Yeah,
like
it happened
this.
to you.
Be 6
What
It
is
happened
this
to you.
world? This is great. Oh, I get it.
Well, but a lot of that, like the voice changing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be just they recorded it different. That could be that she's
They
older.
didn't
Yeah,
pitch
no,
it up maybe
100%.
as much. Yeah.
It could be anything.
She also has a different nose. Like, these are the facts, you know?
But you know
get a
what-
nose job.
Yeah, of course.
And I see so many women now on TikTok, like, drawing freckles on their, like, erasing moles and then drawing freckles on their face. And it's like,
Yeah. I saw one lady.
Okay.
She turned herself into Pinhead.
yup, see?
And it what, for fun? This is a crazy world.
Little known fact, that was Avril Lavigne.
Whoa! She's really good at makeup tutorials.
Well, so here's my question. Like,
Wait, before you get into that though, this has nothing to do with Illuminati, because a lot of these people, when they get replaced, everyone goes like, "Oh, it's Illuminati," like Illuminati got to her.
Well,
but
that's
not.
another part of this conspiracy thing, is that the Illuminati controls the music industry.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of random stuff to point to that too. not
that's the
to-
backhanded part of it. Is that like, well, she died, and they, she's so big, we have to keep going.
Yeah.
But is she big still?
No.
No.
No, but back then, we're just talking about like her second album.
Right. I don't even know when those songs were.
This was 1999.
It was that long ago?
Yeah, I mean,
She
they,
2000?
died in 2003, supposedly.
yeah, they speculated she
Oh,
died in
shit.
2003.
Yeah.
Do you
But
guys think she?
No.
Well, here's my question though. Do you guys
Fun to
think
talk about.
like I love the idea that everyone's like, "Hey, she died. They had to keep going." Is there a world where there's somebody this big that's just like, I really don't want to do this anymore, and I can't get out of my contract. Can you just hire her? Does that work for you guys? Do you think that that's ever happened where like somebody was replaced because, well, if she doesn't give a shit, we'll just keep all the money. We don't even need to give it to the double.
Maybe.
We just need to pay her to shut up.
You got to pay her pretty handsomely, I think.
Yeah, but handsomely to someone who has never been paid before. It's not compared to how much you get. Like if you look, I mean, this is a
How much do you think
bad
musicians
tangent,
make? They don't
but
make
like.
that much.
But like, everyone from NWA, they were making pennies for every album sold,
Mm-hmm.
and they sold millions of albums. And
That's
so,
millions of pennies, man.
yeah, but
It's at least
that's
$10.
picture the
Mhm.
millions of dollars they didn't get on top of that. Like
Well, sure, but that's the music industry. What do you mean? Like, what's the point of bringing that up? Like that she was unhappy with the amount of money, or
no, like I mean, like just the idea that if somebody wanted to give up and they were in a contract, what if she just made the deal with the girl and nobody else knew?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly her parents covered it up. Like, that's also part of it.
Because like the double's like, yeah, I want your life. It's like, okay, well, just tell them that they have to write some songs.
I mean, it's so funny. This is over like $1.25 million, I think is like what the contract was. It's like just not that much money.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
For you to fake your own death
Yeah.
or die and
Or
then
for
get
them
replaced.
to recoup
Yeah.
their losses. Like, wow, we
Yeah.
had to pay her $1 million.
Right.
I feel like, okay, here's what I think. Well, it depends on who's behind this. If it's her behind it, then I could maybe see it. But if she just killed herself, they would have been like, baby, we're going to make so much money on this
Yeah.
death.
Oh, we're gonna make a greatest hits off her first album.
Yeah. Oh, look at all this posthumous, like, she didn't release any of this shit. So now we're
Yeah.
going to release it. It's going to be good. I just don't think they would continue. Because now she's like nothing, right? Like she's not even a thing anymore.
She's still around.
She's
she?
still. I
Yeah.
feel like every now and then she's relevant.
But now
She still
she's
hangs
like
out.
20, almost 30, probably.
I feel like she got canceled. I think there was some appropriation going on.
Oh my god.
Really?
Ooh.
Chat,
Yeah.
look it up. Chat, look it up.
Did
There
Avril
was like
Lavigne
a
get
Hello
canceled?
Kitty, like something. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, it was some weird Hello
right?
Kitty thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Like a Japanese
You know,
appropriation
sort
thing.
of like the Gwen
same thing,
Stefani.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
similar, but it
But
was like
that's the-
even more.
But that's the
Oh,
whole thing with
right.
Hello Kitty, right? White girls like it.
Yeah, but you can't like what?
White girls like it.
Sure.
Hello Kitty. That's
Yeah,
the-
you
Totally.
should sell that to Sanrio as their new ad campaign.
I'm saying, how could she get canceled when it was like all I saw was white girls wearing Hello Kitty shit?
We
Well,
gotta
I mean, you live.
we
in,
should play the song.
That is a great
Yeah.
shirt.
You don't live in Japan though, like where you would see Japanese women wearing it.
Well, then we can cancel Japan because they stole jeans from us.
Cancel.
Like, this makes no sense. It's not a traditional. Hello Kitty is not
What
a
is this
traditional.
material you guys are using? We don't have that.
You know I'm right.
Jeans?
You could sell your $15 jeans for like $50 over there.
Can I get in trouble for doing that? Can I get in trouble for doing that?
No, you're Asian.
Oh right, okay.
Asians can do all the Asians. It's true.
So raise your hand, Avril Lavigne conspiracy, yes or no? You believe in it? You don't believe in it? Yes?
Not based on the evidence presented to me.
Yeah. I don't believe
Yeah.
in it. We all don't believe
We
in
don't. No.
I definitely don't. But I do. Just to ask this again, I do wonder if anybody has ever tried to give up and they were in a contract.
Elvis,
Paul.
I mean, I think Paul's up there.
Michael Jackson.
I mean, Paul is part of this. I have such a long
Let's
list
rock.
of conspiracy
All right,
theories.
let's do
No,
another
I
one
only
then.
wanted to do like 2000s and up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can go and do whatever
No,
you
yeah,
want.
she-
no,
But
yeah.
Mandy won't
find-
even watch movies from the 80s.
That's very true. It's boring.
I mean, but does the Paul McCartney thing, does that count because the Beatles are
Sure.
transcendent?
Go. I mean, yeah, you should. This is your podcast. Do whatever you want.
We can do the Paul McCartney thing, but I feel like everyone knows that. Is
Sure.
there like is there a different like
As a
more
s-
obscure one?
As a side question, I will say whenever
I'll just say a bunch, and then you could pick your
Yeah.
whenever debunkers are like, oh, they tried to ask her if she was dead and she said no. Like, Paul McCartney was asked, did he die? He's like, how could I have been dead? How did I die if I'm here? Like, no, like, like where they fleed around the answer.
No, man, it seems like
But
case closed to me. He said no.
I didn't die. Who are you?
Okay, now Lit in the chat said she is postponing a concert in Manila, but other than that, she doesn't seem to have been canceled.
Oh, great.
Good to know. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nalit.
Thank you.
Okay, so some of the other conspiracy theories I have are that the Paul McCartney's dead.
Yeah, Katy Perry.
The Illuminati is real, controls the music industry. Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey. The Kardashians aren't.
Yeah, we
real.
can talk more about Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also just talk about JonBenet Ramsey. Do you guys have any conspiracies on that?
The
Like,
brother
yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I think that's a more popular.
I think that's what I heard
Opinion.
recently. I'm just regurgitating shit that I've heard.
But
I
it's-
really have no thoughts on it.
Sure.
I
But
really
it
do
also
think
is
the brother did
possible
I do
she
too.
never died and that her parents covered it up and she was just kidnapped and ended up being Katy Perry.
It is weird that no one was charged with the murder of a child.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
why do they think that she's JonBenet Ramsey?
they look
There's
a lot alike?
there's very little grounds here. Just that
Okay.
shit like her parents look exactly the same and that they just
Yeah.
like have a crazy resemblance.
Her
So-
parents do look like their parents. I mean,
Yeah.
they look very similar, in a funny way.
And
Well, then doesn't that just
well, the
prove
biggest thing that disproves it is that they found her body in 1996.
Right, but that could be covered up. It's 1996.
Well,
Shit's corrupt.
I mean, here's the thing: is that
We
like
had DNA in '96.
could
No, I know, but it's a small town in Colorado. Like, don't you think that shit could be
Where
covered
was it?
up?
Boulder?
It's not
Oh,
that
it was
small.
Boulder.
It's not
Oh,
that
okay.
small.
I thought it was smaller.
Pebble.
It was like it was expensive Boulder. It wasn't.
Pebble.
It wasn't cheap
Let's
Boulder.
just end it now. That's all we needed. Wrap it up.
Does the time even line up? I don't know how old Katy Perry is.
No, they're like 9 years apart or something.
Okay.
Josh just pulled up
7
pictures.
years. Supposedly they're 7 years apart.
It just looks like lady wearing
it's
makeup.
just makeup
next
and hair.
to
I think
girl
it
wearing
looks
makeup.
just like her.
The face shape is very similar.
Yeah. What about the parents?
If you guys are listening to this and not watching, go look it up. Go Google this.
Even
stuff.
if you are watching, they can't see this.
Well, sometimes I am not lazy and I edit in what
Oh,
Josh
really?
is putting up.
I didn't know that you could do that.
That is cool.
Add an image into your edit.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, she
I
means
thought
a
this was
video,
part of the
yeah.
recording.
I mean, you can do that in OBS. I just haven't showed them how.
But the parents looking alike seems to me like it would be like, oh, okay, they have similar looking parents. Like, why would you get parents that are doubles? You know what I
Right?
mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
weird.
No,
like,
it's,
what's the
it's fun. It's
But they're
silly.
saying it's
What's
the
the
same
scam?
Parents,
What's the
right?
scam?
It's the
Let's
same
hire these
parents.
parents who look just like these parents, but we won't ever say that it's her. But then someone will. It's weird. It's a weird.
Who's
scam.
gonna know? They have different names.
Deny. Oh, those are their parents? They don't. I mean, bald, tallish guy,
I think the mom looks very similar.
short lady with short hair.
These just look. These are all the same people.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's the conspiracy.
Yeah,
they're all the
I
same.
think
They're just
that's really
white
what it
people.
comes down
Look,
to
they're
is that all
wearing
white people
fucking
look
Hello
the same.
Kitty.
It's like they both put the same products on their skin their whole life. They both eat the same processed meats their whole life.
Yeah. You guys can't hear Mike,
Mike,
but he's
yeah.
being funny.
He said they have the
He
exact same
promised
bank
he wouldn't
account
talk.
information.
That's okay. Sevon does that all
Yeah,
the
I
time.
hear Sevon's laugh constantly.
He's in
Um,
Armenia right now, so if you guys
yeah.
don't hear Sevon's laugh in the
miss him.
background, it's because
Yeah, it's
he's
not
in
because we're not
Armenia.
funny. It's because he's not here.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
What else you got? Anything about
Britney Spears
Britney?
was a CIA operative to
Bush.
distract from the Bush administration's blunders.
I mean, this one makes so much
This
sense.
one makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It really lines up.
Oh wait, time out. Let me say
brilliantly.
one sentence about Katy Perry. The idea was that the sacrifice was part of a ritual, and it was a name sacrifice. So like, in order for her to be Katy Perry, they had to sacrifice somebody, Jean Brené. Whatever. We can move on. But in the realm of the Illuminati, it has to do with sacrificial ritual.
So they're like, we got this unknown girl. Her name's Katy Perry. We want her to be a star.
She
But
wasn't
we can't
unknown.
do that unless we kill a child.
Katy Perry was actually really popular as a child as a teenager in the Christian music scene.
During or before John Benet Ramsey?
I don't know what it is, but I know that if you're going from when she was like a young girl and saying she was a nobody, it's just not true. She just wasn't internationally famous. She was pretty famous in the Christian music scene because her parents were.
No, I know, but I mean, I don't know that. Thank you for educating me. But
I've seen her documentary
I,
a couple times.
I can't name a Katy Perry song either.
Really?
We went over this last
know.
week. We literally went over this last week. You said the same thing.
They're all the same to me.
Yeah, but you
plastic
can
bag?
name one.
Teenage Dream.
I remember
Firework.
talking about
Firework.
this. But
You know firework.
He
That's-
doesn't know
Yeah,
Firework.
he
I
does.
don't.
Yeah,
I
he
sang
does.
it for him, and he insulted my singing
What
voice.
songs do you know?
No, I didn't. I just said I didn't know the song. I came in like if I did that joke.
Yeah, he sang Wrecking Ball, so it was Katy Perry.
Got it.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Sorry.
That's
Back to
the only
Britney
song I
Spears.
know.
Oh, sorry, I farted.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Britney Spears being
okay.
a distraction for the Bush administration.
So-
Did they have a distraction? He was the head of CIA, so you probably go on.
Okay, sorry. So Britney Spears' 2007 mental health crisis coincided with several important dates in the George W. Bush presidency. Some people believe that Spears' public meltdowns were a way to distract the media from his blunders. For example, she announced her split from Kevin Federline the day before an important midterm election. And a few months later, Bush announced the reformation of Al-Qaeda on the same night that Spears shaved her head and attacked paparazzi
Wow.
with an umbrella.
That is crazy, the
There's
timing.
no evidence to support these claims, and Spears has denied them. But
Yeah, because she loves Bush.
she loves him.
She like admitted to like being like, yeah, he's my guy.
Yeah.
So of course she's gonna.
But
deny
also,
it.
she doesn't have to deny anything if she was a distraction. They didn't be like, all right, here's what we're going to do, Brittany.
yeah. They
She doesn't know the plan.
No, but that's funny. If she's a big Bush supporter, she could have just taken it upon herself, right? Like,
And if this
ah, shit, my boy's taking some heat. What if I shave my head? What if I publicly shave my head?
That's what I
Break it
think
up.
happens. Honestly.
George, is everything okay?
Well, it's funny too because like the Venn diagram of people who care about Britney Spears and then people who care about war crimes, very very small, very small overlap.
But the news cycle, that you
Sure.
see the information is
Sure.
dominated by Britney Spears being crazy.
Right.
And if you believe that the Illuminati owns the music industry, don't you think that they would have the hand in like both pies and they
Oh.
mush the pies
Oh.
together?
I mean, no matter what you think the Illuminati are, there's definitely 1%ers who, in the same vein, that have the same description, but you don't associate them with evil.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, like let's say she wasn't a part of it. Why wouldn't you, in the realm of owning media, be like, hey, let's put this story out there? And
Yeah.
and it's not that they made her shave her head or anything. It's like, hey, let's just focus on this more than that. So that's a 100% the news. You know,
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I definitely remember her shaving her head. I don't necessarily remember whatever the Bush thing was.
Exactly. That's the whole
That's
point.
the whole point, dude.
No, I know. I'm being a proponent of this. I think.
So we're a thumbs up.
I think it's a thumbs up. I'm saying thumbs up. I believe this.
yeah.
I
I'm
kind
like,
of do.
All right, sure. I'll
I
believe
mean,
it.
and if you think about all the stuff that's come out recently about her what is it, conservatorship?
Yeah.
That she was pretty much like controlled and brainwashed, and a
Right.
lot of that was like backlash for being controlled. But like, if you're being kind of brainwashed and controlled from like for years and years and years, wouldn't you don't think that someone could puppeteer the person that's in charge of you to be like, we really need something crazy to happen?
Yeah, and the night that she shaved her head, she snuck out of rehab. Like, it's not that easy to just sneak out of rehab. I'm sure they, like, let her sneak out of rehab.
Yeah.
So,
No doubt.
yeah.
Brittany's walking out. Should we stop her?
No, yeah, right? No, there's some Al-Qaeda shit going down.
Yeah. You can't let her out. Al-Qaeda's happening.
Well, that's how she got
Al-Qaeda's
out.
reforming.
They were all watching the news and going like, "What? Can you believe this Al Qaeda news?" And she's like,
Yeah.
The
Bush is
do-
like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
The door's open. Just saying.
Listen, Brittany, if you can get your hair shaved up because that Al-Qaeda's coming, we'll get you out of that rehab tonight.
"Well, thank you, George."
Are your viewers going to hate this episode?
No.
Like, it's just not
They
what
hate
you-
every episode.
What else you got?
I got Beyonce being older and that Solange's her daughter. I got Kanye West being a time traveler.
Hey, did something happen? Real quick tangent. Did
Uh-huh.
something happen with Jay-Z and Beyonce? I just saw that they're all like dragging Jay-Z on Twitter for some reason.
Oh, shit.
I
Did he
have no
cheat on
idea.
her again?
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe Drake sang to her, or she sang to Drake or something.
I
Are
have
they?
no idea.
Are they? I don't even know.
I
Are
don't
they
know.
together?
Sorry, I thought you guys would know.
Jay-Z and
It's
Beyonce?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're happily. No, I mean, they're married. I don't know
They're
about
married.
happily.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wow.
hold up.
That Lemonade album.
You don't know that Jay-Z is with Beyonce?
I assume anything I know doesn't hold up.
That
When-
doesn't
when it-
bode well
fair.
for this podcast.
When it
Fair.
when it comes for celebrity relationships,
pop
because like I don't
culture, yeah.
fucking. I assume that they'd already gotten.
It's kind of the only one that I know. I just learned the other day that Sarah Jessica Parker and Ferris Bueller are married. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Well, who was Kanye married to?
Kim.
Kim Kardashian.
And now he's married to someone else. Who?
I don't know.
She's a nobody, right?
She's married. Are they married or are they together? They're not married
No,
yet.
I'm pretty sure they're married.
They're married.
Yeah. I think.
I trust the young people upstairs. I'm sorry, Mandy.
Oh, Mandy is livid. Holy shit. We're going to
I'm
see
younger
some
than
punches
everyone on
thrown.
this stage.
That's true. That is true. Even little Mandy. Mandy's probably the oldest
She is
one.
very old.
Oh my
That's why her
gosh.
clothes
Yeah.
are falling apart.
Yes.
He is married again. And yeah, and his wife
Suck
like
it, young
covered-
people.
Isn't his wife Muslim or something? So she just covers her face all the time? Or is that just a weird Kanye thing? Oh my gosh, little Mandy, stand up. You're drunk.
This woman is like not an entertainer though, right? She's just like some lady.
No, you can't.
No, we're talking about Kanye. now.
Yeah. All right, what else you got?
Yeah, sorry.
Stevie Wonder can see. Keanu and Nick Cage are vampires. And that's
No.
the list.
Go, wait, do the last couple again. I was so in my head about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Zac Efron is an alien.
Oh,
let's talk
yeah.
about that.
Bob Marley was killed by the CIA. Lorde lied about her age for publicity.
Lord?
Yeah, Lorde is more. They were saying she's like in her 50s or something, right?
I
She
mean,
just
at
looks-
least that she
yeah.
wasn't 17. She said that, no, 16, because when she was 16, Royals came out, and everyone's like, she's so wise beyond her years. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah, that's the same with like Ben and Matt.
That
Like,
happens
I just
in
don't
be-
believe
in
you. You're
sports.
25 and you could write that, you know?
yeah, whatever.
When you like come over from another country, like there's a couple giants where they're like, "You're not 18.
Yeah.
You're like."
Yeah, there was a guy who played college and he
I
was like
stopped.
35.
Yeah.
But he said he was 18.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
he came
no.
from like Africa or wherever. They
No.
they just didn't have a record, so he could just say whatever he wanted.
And he looked old.
And there was that Russian dwarf that was like pretended to be an orphan and like a family adopted
So
her.
good. Are you guys watching? Did you watch that doc?
I didn't watch the doc, but I watched the movie Orphan with one of the SARS guards in it that was
Dude,
based
you
after
guys,
that.
it's so good.
I gotta watch that
It's
doc.
so good.
Hold up. What?
Okay,
It's
so-
it's
go ahead,
unreal.
Mandy.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
There's a little person.
You
But,
she gets adopted.
oh, it's a woman.
Yeah, claiming to be like a 6-year-old or something.
Something really young. Like she's like really young. Maybe not 6, maybe like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does she have Webster disease?
Maybe, but just like
Just
they didn't know that she
some form of dwarfism. And
You smoke?
Yeah, I don't know how they found out though. How did they find out?
I mean, I don't want to like
She-
mess anything up because you should just watch it.
Uh,
But
Do you remember what it's called?
the curious case of something, whatever her name is, Natalia.
the documentary, not the
Yeah,
horror
like
movie.
the curious case of Natalia something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Max.
It's its
sorry.
own thing. It's not a part of a bigger docu-series.
No.
just its own thing.
Okay.
But
It's
you
not
can
very
just watch
curious,
Orphan
though.
and see the
It's
fun.
It
just
is
a scam.
so
Advertisement.
curious. Not necessarily though. I mean,
like
that's
horrors.
what you kind of
Okay,
find
great,
out.
great.
So
It's got a SARS guard in it though.
Which one?
Fuck.
I only like Peter.
It might be Peter. Might not be.
All
I don't actually know the difference.
I don't know the difference either. I was like, it's one of them.
right, what's Zac Efron's deal?
I don't have any notes about Zac Efron. Just like, have you guys seen Zac Efron lately? He
I-
looks like He-Man. He looks like a toy version of He-Man that someone put in the Indian in the cupboard.
He looks like he turned into Lou Ferrigno, body and
What?
face.
Was it?
Wait.
It's for a role though, right?
I don't think it is.
No, right? It's
Haven't
for a
we-
role.
Didn't we talk about this before?
We've talked about this. He got in a car accident and he had to get reconstructive surgery on his jaw. But he looks like the drawing of a Chad, like the
Yeah.
like super masculine joke meme Chad.
Oh, I thought you meant the thing where your ballot and you don't push it through enough.
A
and you get
hanging Chad?
hanging Chad, yeah.
Look up muscular Efron.
Yeah, because if you look at, there's a picture of him like with a little mushroom cut, and he's like really buff, but it still looks soft. His body
That has to
still
be a
looks
role.
soft.
Well, you know what's weird about this is he like.
Yeah, the one with that one. Oh my god, he's in a towel
Yeah, for a wrestling drama.
for a wrestling drama.
So yeah.
So maybe I mean I know that they have new ways to work out, but he looks like his face looks like he's doing heavy steroids.
I like it. Give him an Oscar.
Give him an Oscar. I do think that his face. I do think
Kevin Von something. I can't read it.
Kevin Von Erich, wrestler.
Is that a
wow,
wrestler we
crazy.
know?
Yeah, there's a big wrestling family that the Von Erichs.
So yeah, it's a role, you guys.
Listen,
It's like Monster. He's gonna win that
like-
Oscar.
The history of is it Minnesota? Were they from Minnesota? I don't know.
Wait, what's weird about this is Zac Efron was like, I never want to do another movie like Beach. What's that? Baywatch.
Baywatch.
Because it sucks, like staying in shape like that. But like this seems like it sucks more to like do steroids. And
Well, it's weird, yeah, because the Von Erichs weren't as defined as that. I mean, like you know, they worked out different. They were just big and strong, and
well, he looks.
just saying, like he's like all the muscles are defined.
I mean, it's definitely steroids. Like that's not a secret that actors use steroids. They do that to get into.
That's so
roles.
funny, yeah, because
That's
it's not
true.
illegal. I love the weigh-in for the movie. All right.
Michael B.
so-
Jordan weighing in at 250. Congrats, Michael.
Anything else? What about Marilyn Manson getting his rib taken out?
Oh,
so
that
he
old
can-
one? So that he could blow himself?
Yeah.
And then also that he's Paul from Wonder Years?
Yeah.
Well, I know
the
he's
other
not
one,
Paul
yeah.
from Wonder Years,
Right.
but the
Do
rib
you?
thing.
That guy's out there, isn't he? Didn't that guy say something?
Well, that's
that
not
guy's got
me.
a Twitter or something.
That's not me.
Not Marilyn Manson.
I
Just puts
would
his
take the
face
job though.
We do have a younger audience. They might not know that Wonder Years was a show in the late 80s, early 90s.
What
and
would you do?
now
if
it's
I
been
swear?
rebooted.
Yeah.
So we're not
Oh,
talking
really?
about that
How did I not know that?
Wonder Years.
I
It's
don't know.
now it's the Black Wonder Years.
It's true.
They couldn't.
Is that what it's
you
called?
can't
It's
find
called the
it.
Black
he
Wonder
calls it.
Years.
It's about Stevie. It's about Stevie Wonder
I'm
growing up.
leaving. I can't be a part of this.
Because he wonders if he's gonna see again.
I don't like that Stevie Wonder one. It makes me sad.
I know there is
it's
a Stevie Wonder conspiracy that he can see.
That's
I
fucked up.
100% believe it. He's legally blind.
Wait.
He's legally blind.
He's legally blind. That doesn't mean you're fully blind. Do you remember on MasterChef when there was the blind chef, but she
No.
said she could still see shapes and she could still cook? She
There's
ended up
a-
winning. It was
There's a
great
video
season.
of him catching a microphone that's falling. You know what happens when you're on stage and a microphone falls? You can't hear where the microphone is. He catches it,
So
and it's not his.
It could have been lucky.
I'm
A lucky
just like-
catch. You never heard of it?
Well, supposedly growing up, he used to always like play jokes on people about him being blind, but since he could see, like it worked very well for jokes.
There was also accounts of him taking a photo of Michael Jackson, going in for hugs, and then like being very attentive at basketball games.
If you look up the videos of him, there's a lot
That is
where he's
weird.
just
He'd
like,
go to a
you're
basketball
like, you
game.
know, yeah, you can.
The sound of it all. I guess the ball's over there. I can hear the net.
Sounds like my team's winning.
You guys are being very ableist right now.
I know, but we're just trying to talk
There's-
about this conspiracy theory.
There's varying degrees of blindness.
I'm so glad that the voice
it
of
could
reason
be
is here.
it could be
Yeah.
like this, right? And then you're like, oh, but I can still like see that this thing's falling.
But
Get
wouldn't
it.
he just admit to that?
That's the point. He's a fucking genius. His music is amazing. The blind thing did not help him become who he is. I don't think. I think it was like a
I
sideshow
think
kind
it's a
of
cool
like.
It's like an identity thing for him. Not that it's cool, but I think that some people need not a gimmick. But
Yeah, and nobody ever said, "Wow, it looks like he's really grooving."
I feel like I'm gonna bow out.
That's how I felt this whole time.
Should
we have to be
switch?
careful. These two can say whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm off-white. I can say whatever I
At least
want.
I'm a woman. At least I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You really have nothing. I'm surprised you even pick up a microphone ever.
Hey, I live life on the edge.
We have like 7 minutes left.
Oh my god.
Do we want to do one more?
Was that fast or
It
slow?
was very fast.
Okay.
It's just because we're enjoying ourselves.
Aw.
It feels fast. Sometimes I'm up here and it feels like
Yeah.
prison.
I don't know. What's the kind of like funnest one that you got there?
Kanye West is a time traveler.
Oh, I love that. What do you got for that?
He has a lot of references to time travel in his music and interviews. For example, in the song Power, he raps about, quote, seeing the future and, quote, being from the future. In an interview with the New York Times, he said that he believes time travel is possible and that he has, quote, seen things I can't explain. Some people believe that West's references to time travel are more than just lyrics or wishful thinking. They believe that he is actually a time traveler who has come back to the past, come back to the present day to spread a message. There is no evidence to support the claim that Kanye West is a time traveler. However, his repeated references to time travel have led people to believe that he may be onto something.
I love the idea of somebody from the future as he's going back, sending him off, being like, "Hey, man, just stay out of the news. You know, you can."
Sorry, one of the evidence on here, it says West has also been known to wear clothes and accessories that are decades ahead of their time. He wore a shirt in 2010 that featured a picture of a hoverboard, which were not commercially available until 2015. He wore a hat in 2011 that featured a picture of a self-driving car, which were not commercially available until 2018.
So he's rich.
Yeah, I'm like, so he goes to trade shows and sees cool stuff that haven't come out yet?
Here's what I will say in defense of
I want a
this.
shirt of that.
There's the story where before he was like famous and stuff, he was just like producing. He would take his like compact disc or whatever into like record labels and just like put it on and just like start rapping. He would like jump on a table and start rapping and stuff. I feel like that's only a move if you're living in like that Yesterday Beatles movie where like the Beatles don't exist anymore and you're like, I can get famous off of this. How do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into a music label and just like play it for them and then they'll have to buy it, right?
Yeah. I'll play the hits from the future today.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
And then he was very frustrated because people weren't immediately signing him and he was like, but where I'm from, this is like a huge hit. And then he went crazy.
I mean, people think the Beatles were time travelers, and that's what they did.
I mean, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Kanye just sucks. I don't want to talk about him
They
anymore.
do have a song
He
called
does
Yesterday, so I think that's proof.
Did
I
you guys
believe
all
in
watch that movie?
yesterday. No.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wait, the Beatles thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's
No.
called Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
They had a lot. I only saw Help.
Well,
4 minutes left.
no, hang on. This isn't. Do you not know about this movie?
The
A guy gets
did-
hit on the head, and then when he wakes up, the Beatles don't exist, and
What a
he knows
cool
all of their
timeline.
songs.
I wanna
Oh
live
yeah,
in.
that one.
He knows all of their songs, and a few other people do. So they like get together and they're trying to recreate all of the Beatles songs.
Right, I remember that. I never saw it though. I don't watch movies.
I mean, that's
They're
a
too
dream
long.
situation. I want to live in that world.
Yeah,
Well, this is a pretty good.
but there
lull,
was like
so-
I remember the
Oh.
the trailer. It was like,
Okay.
hey, like he was like, hey Jude or something. Like he replaced it with some other lyric, and they're like, how about this instead? I don't know, it's bad, dude. Yeah.
So, do you want to make a statement?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
All right. It's statement time.
All right. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for this great, a little over a year on this show and Try Hope video. This will be my last episode. I thought it was fitting to go out with one of my best friends, Mandy, at the helm as my guest.
That's why I'm here. It's the only reason I'm here.
I don't know what's gonna happen after this. I left a podcast to be on this podcast. We're gonna see what happens. I left the Channel 101 Patreon podcast to be on this podcast. I don't know what the future will bring, but I have had a lot of fun. I just want to thank Willie and Wade for just a great year. It's been wonderful.
It was fun, man. Thanks for doing it. It sucks that you're leaving.
Yeah, I know. We had too many big. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go.
No, please.
We had too many big plans of ideas we wanted to do, and they just didn't happen. And we appreciate all your support, and I'm sad that you're leaving. And you can come back on as a guest anytime.
Cool.
You were
I'm
always a great
redoing
guest
your
before.
logos right now as we speak. I'm redoing your logos.
Why? You
Because
are?
I'm on them.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
No, I don't know. Manny, what do you think?
It's great. I mean, look, she's my best friend. Whatever makes her happy, you know. If she wants to use that time to do something else that makes her feel better, then absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I don't know. This is why there's like contracts and shit, right? Because they end at a certain point, and that's when you go, I don't want to renew this contract.
Yeah.
We don't have that, and so it just has to be like, I think I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told that to Willie like a million times, but he won't let me leave. I'm stuck. But well, good luck in your next endeavor.
Thanks.
And
she's not going anywhere. We're all friends.
No.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. What about tiny YouTube model?
I'm still waiting for George to be finished with his final film. That's what he calls it. It's looking very good. I'm sure it's gonna be on Shroudboom Video when it's done.
Cool. Mandy, do you have anything that you would like to plug? Do you want people to stalk you on Twitter?
No, please don't. I haven't been on Twitter since like 2004.
Well, thanks for doing it. How bad was it? Did you have fun?
No, this is my first podcast. I was really nervous.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thanks for being nice.
Yay!
And also, I know we're gonna close out and stuff, but stick around because there's a new Schraub home video piece coming out.
Primitive,
from Schraub.
Primitive
I'm sorry, I
CG
forgot the name of it.
theater.
Thank you.
Yeah, in one ear, out the other. I didn't know what it was called. Primitive CG Theater.
I think that's what it's called. It's new. It's a
It's
new one.
new and it's coming up in 15 seconds. So
Don't go away.
don't go away. And
10,
thanks for watching.
9,
thanks for listening.
8,
Patreon.com/Real Life Sci-Fi. 2 bonus episodes a week. 6, 5,
3, 2,
oh my God!
1.
Who's this?
What's happening?
Oh,
What's happening? Get up!
You gotta kill her.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's a weird guy. It's a weird guy. Oh, what's happening? Oh,
Aaron!
just because you're paranoid doesn't mean I don't have you. She's on fire. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
She's dead! There's a knife that fell on the ground. That's the only thing you needed.
What is that?
Okay, you guys are out. Thanks.
Thanks, Kevin.